when he was talking about the secret. Okay, none of it works at all if you get on the wrong plane on the way back. In other words, if you get your arms way up, you swing your left arm across your shoulder, you pronate.
Well, that's right.
You roll this.
It's a neat tool, teaching tool, to be standing at different angles while you teach it.
That's you want to, if you could watch a swing from every possible angle, that's what you'd want. But anyway, so when you pronate the left arm, that allows you to swing flat across your chest. If you don't roll that arm, you can't do it. Now, if you put a golf club in your hand, and I'm going to put my thumb right on top of the shaft, here is the grip that Hogan was using in 5 lessons. The thumb straight on top of the shaft and everything parallel here. So this most people would call this a pretty weak grip, right? This is what he demonstrated there. This hand comes over into almost the same position, Varden style and everything else. So there we go. Almost the same position with the hand on top as he had in the as he demonstrated in the 5 lessons thing. Okay, so now he's taken everything straight out of 5 lessons. Now when he's coming back, he's putting that cup, that little, into this left wrist. So you can see that.
But now, not a full cock, just a little bit of a cock.
Well, he's just, and this is where he said to Nick Seitz, he rotates the golf club. Okay, now you can rotate it a mile. Do you see that?
Yeah, but can you get it back?
Well, the issue of rotating the shaft, okay, when your hand is here, your right hand, with this angle in your right hand, that is an angle that you can hit something with. Mm-hmm. You don't hit something like this. You hit it like this. That's your point of leverage, right?
Okay.
The left hand does not hit well like this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The left hand hits well like this. And it hits well pushed off of the ball of the right foot like that. If you were going to give someone a smack, you would do it like this.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ballard would tell you that in a hurry. So the point of strength is with this right hand working like this.
Fairly strong.
And this. Okay? So now you're in a position of strength. Now the trick is, when you go here, and you're at the top of your swing, if you're bowed, okay?
If you're bowed, what do you mean? Bowed where?
This.
Yep.
If you've got that, you're in a point of extreme leverage. Okay? That's extreme. All you have to do, now if you put your hand on there and you bow it like this, or cup it rather than bow it, you'll find that you don't have a lot of control.
Yeah.
You have very little control, and you cannot really do anything to work this shaft. No. You're not exerting a lot of pressure.
The weight of the club at the end, you can't.
You're not
control
able.
It.
You're just not able to manipulate it. So what this is when you cup the wrist, you're basically taking the club and what I would call deplaning it. You're moving it onto a different alignment. It's no longer aligned with the arm and the wrist. It's somewhere else. And this puts you in a low leverage position. The bow is a high leverage position, and this is a low leverage position. When you're going to pull something. When you're going to push something, okay, it's exactly the opposite. So Hogan wants to come and he wants to start swinging right from the top. He wants to start going. You know what I mean? This is maxed out now from right here, right down to the ball. He wants to be accelerating. Now, when he does the change of direction, okay, if he's got it like this, around here, and he changes direction, he springs the shaft. Wing, he can't stop it. He's tripped the shaft with his turn. Nothing is going to hold it back. Now, if he puts this little angle in here, he's moved himself into a point of low leverage.
And he can't trip it.
So now when he comes down and he turns, he's not in a position to leverage the shaft. He can't leverage it at all. The right arm is not in a position to leverage it, and nor is the left. So what happens is, on the right side, he's able to start turning. He's turning right now. Now, he told Nick Seitz, he rotates the handle. As soon as he's got the free ride down that the hips provide, he it's very hard to rotate the handle if it's going, if you're pulling like crazy.
And
but the fact,
the inertia of the club head.
you can't, right?
Yeah.
But here, since he's not in a position to leverage anything, all he has to do is hit the free ride and turn the hands.
I just hate it because you just make it sound so easy, and it's golf.
Okay, so everyone is looking for Hogan to be turning the handle down here. He's not turning the handle down here. He's just turning the handle from a point of on the downswing where he's at a point of low leverage.
Absolutely fascinating.
Putting it to high leverage. Well, now the club, that's why every picture you look at him, the club is coming from behind him, okay? And basically, all of a sudden, it's square. It is square right there. Now, when he comes through, he's still on his right leg. If you try, I call that tripping the shaft or planing the shaft. And that's what he did with the Life magazine swing. You can see it plain as day in the pictures.
And so much easier than, in fact, the other way is almost impossible to duplicate.
Now, here's the other thing. If you tried that, and you got on the left leg out here, and you tried to trip the shaft, wham! There's your huge hook. If you trip the shaft early, you're coming over.
Now, do you do that on purpose?